today was busy too.
Yeah, for some places, for sure. We've had a couple of days with some decent rainfall, and that has brought our totals up quite a bit. So now that the radar is relatively quiet tonight, I want to give you a look at where we stand. We have picked up 35/100 of an inch of rain today. That was on top of the nearly 8/10 of an inch that we received yesterday in the Tucson area. So our monsoon total for Tucson, at least, at 4 31/100 of an inch. So we're finally above normal for this point of the season, but that's just for Tucson. Nogales, Wilcox, Sierra Vista, you're still well below your norms. Now, when you break it out month by month, we received 2 inches worth in July, pretty close to normal. August, 2 and 31/100 so far. So what will September bring us? We'll take a look at that, and we might just pick up a boost from the tropics. That's coming up.
All right, we'll see in just a moment, Erin. Thank you. Speaking of the tropics, in Texas, heavy rain and gusty winds pummeled the state today as Tropical Storm Harold moved ashore. As Katie Burns shows us, it comes as folks on the west coast clean up from Hillary.
Tropical Storm Harold slamming into South Texas, stirring up powerful waves and bringing soaking rain to drought-stricken communities. The system making landfall on Padre Island late Tuesday morning. Forecasters say at times it whipped up winds as high as 60 miles per hour, prompting tornado warnings near Corpus Christi. The tropical storm force gusts continued for hours as Harold moved ashore. It's the second major system to hit the U.S. this week. On the West Coast, an overwhelming cleanup effort is underway after Hillary brought historic rainfall to the region on Sunday.
I love down here in Palm Springs. I've never seen it this bad.
In California, thick mud-coated roads and driveways making some communities barely accessible. On Tuesday, bulldozers were out trying to remove the debris and free trapped cars. Elsewhere, some homeowners began what they expect to be a long rebuild.
I've got about a foot of mud in my driveway, and it's a long driveway, so I'm trying to get together a crew of people I know to come up.
With this heat and no air conditioning, it's just a matter of time that it'll start mildew.
As we head into the peak of hurricane season, scientists warn climate change could make these extreme weather events more common.
The trouble is the oceans are warmer at higher latitudes and in many other places.
Back in Texas, forecasters expect this rain to lead the region on Wednesday. Corpus Christi, Texas. Katie Burns, Fox 11.
Some powerful wind out there, Katie. Thank you. We turn now to a developing story. A high-speed chase, which began in Phoenix, ended in Tucson tonight with a suspect in custody. Our Dan Murray's got this video of the scene tonight. Phoenix police say they were tracking down a known offender involved in a recent violent incident. Police say the subject fled to Tucson on I-10. This is video of the man's vehicle, which was disabled on the frontage road between Cortaro and Ina. An investigation is underway. We'll, of course, keep you updated as we learn more. Also on the roads, a man is dead after a head-on crash in Pima County. It happened last night near Trico and Silvermill roads. Investigators say 60-year-old Carl Amundsen was driving south on Trico Road and crossed into the northbound lane, hitting another car. Investigators say Amundsen showed signs of impairment. Deputies say 76-year-old Terrell Smith died at the hospital from his injuries. The investigation is ongoing. Tucson police need your help finding this woman, 77-year-old Patricia McVeigh. She was last seen yesterday morning near Pintano and Escalante. Officials say she was wearing a black shirt with a flower print top and black leggings. If you see her or know anything about her whereabouts, you're asked to call 911 right away. Pima Community College students head back to school this week, and someone new will be leading the college when classes resume on Thursday. Fox 11's Bud Foster has more on the remarkable story of the new interim chancellor.
They might have a new interim chancellor here at PCC, but it's not somebody who's new to the campus. Dolores Duran Cerda has been at the college here now for 26 years. She started as a part-time teacher, worked her way now up into the chancellor's office. Now, an apt comparison to that might be someone starting in the mailroom and working their way up to corporate president.
I believe I'm the first Latina as interim chancellor for Pima Community College, so I'm very honored to be serving in that capacity.
Honored, yes, but quite surprising since the student body of Pima Community College is nearly one-half Hispanic. While her rise in the ranks has been less than meteoric, it has been steady and substantial.
And I started off as an adjunct faculty member back in '97. So, and then became full-time faculty member here at this downtown campus for 10 years. And then when I became faculty senate president, I got to see how a college works.
And that led to even more upwards movement until finally she's sitting in the top spot.
Gradually went up the ladder, and I was senior assistant to the provost, then became provost, and that's my home position. I'm interim chancellor, but my home position is actually provost, and I've been that for 6 years.
At some point, the interim label may be dropped, but only after a search for a new chancellor. She says she's in the running, which would seem to make sense.
We're a Hispanic serving institution, and we have about 48% of students who identify as Latino or Hispanic, and we're a minority serving institution.
Just more than 1/3 of the student body is white, which means diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, is a big part of this campus. While DEI is under assault in many institutions and corporations across the country, it is very important here.
And I'm proud to be in this role and the previous roles of welcoming, creating a sense of belonging for everybody, and safety too, making sure this is a safe space for academic freedom and for having those kinds of tough conversations.
PCC is taxpayer supported, which means it can circumvent many of the political pressures some other institutions may face. A community college like Pima serves a student body from high schoolers to retirees. It's a very diverse student body.
That's what a community college is, and our mission is to serve every learner every day for every goal. Whatever background, whatever age, wherever they're at in their education process, we're there to help them.
PCC has 5 campuses now, and 17,000 students will be returning on Thursday. But a lot of people take a class here and there, and that brings the total up to nearly 50,000, including 5,000 high school students. They are back to pre-pandemic levels. At Pima Community College, I'm Bud Foster, Fox 11 News.
The first showdown between Republican presidential candidates is just hours away. Who ended up qualifying to take the debate stage? Up next.
Give me my better thing music.
The 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E is the spirit of a Mustang with the versatility of an SUV. See it, drive it, and own it. It's a Ford Mustang Mach-E for $569 a month for 36 months with zero due at signing. Just sign and ride. And 1.9 APR for 60 months.
Mr. On's, Tucson's best sushi, steak, and seafood on Oracle is the best place to be for any occasion. Celebrating a birthday, anniversary, date night, or just enjoying a night out with family and friends, there's no better place than Mr. On's. Call 797-0888 for reservations. Have fun and a great meal at our exciting Teflon tables. Enjoy world-class sushi in our lounge and patio. It's all waiting for you at Mr. On's on Oracle. Come on, experience it.
There's nothing quite like a night out with friends, good food, and even better company. But when the check arrives, things can get a little complicated. That's where the Pyramid Federal Credit Union contactless Visa comes in. Just tap your card and you're done. No need to fiddle with cash or wait for change. With our contactless Visa cards, you can pay with a tap and be on your way to your next adventure with your friends. So go ahead, enjoy your night out, and let Pyramid Contactless take care of the rest.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters.
You hear a lot of people talk about keeping up with the Joneses. I don't know about that. I mean, they're perfectly nice people. And they've done a ton of work on their house. And sure, they maintain their own cars. I do all the same stuff for less with tools from Harbor Freight. Maybe they'll start saying, keeping up with the Andersons. Whether you're a DIYer or pro, whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
America. It's the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need. Get 1.9 APR financing for 36 months plus up to $2,000 cash back on a 2023 Ford F-150 or F-150 Lightning.
This portion of Fox 11 News sponsored by Berwick Insurance. For 25 years, Berwick Insurance has been helping people find the right Medicare plan. Berwick Insurance is your answer to Medicare.
The start of the first Republican presidential debate is just hours away, and we now know who will be participating. But much of the conversation is centered around who will not be there. As Bill Malugin reports that Donald Trump will be getting ready to turn himself in over state criminal charges in Georgia.
But you don't think that 9/11 was an inside job, correct?
Of course not, and I've never said it. Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy looking to clean up comments he previously made, appearing to question the origins of the 9/11 terror attacks. He claims The Atlantic misquoted him in a recent interview.
Who was responsible for the killing of nearly 3,000 Americans on September 11th?
Terrorists from Al-Qaeda. But this is a crucial truth that's been left out, aided by the Saudi government. And this is a stain on our national history.
The controversy comes as the field for the first 2024 Republican presidential primary debate has officially been set by the RNC, as have candidate positions on stage. And party leaders hope any infighting Wednesday night is kept to a minimum.
In my dream world, it would be all about Joe Biden. I don't love seeing Republicans attacking each other. It's fine to contrast issues, but I want to keep focused on what our pledge was, which was beat Biden.
But conflict may be unavoidable. Nikki Haley says Ramaswamy's foreign policy ideas would make America unsafe. They will be standing right next to each other on stage. And today, Chris Christie took a swipe at Governor Ron DeSantis, calling him, quote, a Florida politician showing he can memorize lines from his consultants. Meanwhile, Senator Tim Scott says his focus will be on his own campaign.
We'll focus on our message and worry about the other candidates another time.
And former President Donald Trump says he is going to turn himself in on Thursday to be arrested in Fulton County, Georgia. That is where he's been indicted on charges that he allegedly tried to overturn the 2020 election. His former attorney and his co-defendant in the case, John Eastman, already surrendered at the Fulton County Jail earlier today. Reporting in Milwaukee, Bill Malugin, Fox News.
And turning back to the weather tonight with the Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen, who is tracking a lot right now. We've got another tropical development out there that could bring us a little bit of an impact here, mostly wind, it seems.
We were showing folks earlier what Harold was doing to the coast of Texas, making landfall near South Padre, and continues to move through Texas and northern Mexico, kind of straddling the international border there. And the moisture of this system is moving in, and we're also going to see that remnant low kind of make its way through Arizona over the next 24 to 48 hours. So first and foremost, you're going to notice the wind picking up tomorrow. We're not talking tropical storm force winds, okay? So there's certainly no need to panic about that. Just want to give you a heads up that by the afternoon, particularly 1 to 2 o'clock, maybe stretching into 3, is when we're expecting those gusts to pick up in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. So before you go to bed tonight, not a bad idea to secure any of those loose, lightweight items in your yard so they don't get damaged by the wind. Although not particularly strong, we do see it fairly widespread from Wilcox down through Bisbee, Sierra Vista, into Benson, Tucson, Green Valley, Nogales, right around that same timing I was just mentioning from 1 to 3 o'clock. And then continuing off to the west. We also have a decent chance for some showers and storms tomorrow with a little bit of moisture trying to roll through of the remnants of this system. Highest chance is going to be Greeley, Graham, and Cochise counties, east of Tucson. That's where we have the highest opportunity for rain, and we also have more of a flood risk there. 40% chance, though, some of that will spill over into Tucson. So where's this coming from? This is Harold, or Tropical Depression Harold, weakening pretty darn quickly. Isn't much of a track to show you here from the Hurricane Center tonight, but it is quite obvious that it is moving to the northwest. The remnants of the system will follow suit, and where we see the yellow and the orange, that's indicating some heavier rain, anywhere from about 2 to 3 inches worth. Most of that looks to stay over the Mogollon Rim, portions of the White Mountains, picking up the lion's share of Harold's moisture. A little bit, though, is in fact going to spill over into southeast Arizona, and we are kind of at that point where we've got about 6 weeks left of monsoon, so in the final stretch of our rainy season. So what will the final month of monsoon hold? Climate Prediction Center has just released their outlook for the entire month of September. In central and western Pima County, western Santa Cruz, and southwest Pinal County, under a 33 to 40% chance above average rainfall will continue. For eastern Pima, Greenlee, Graham, Cochise, much of Santa Cruz, equal chances. That means equal chances for average, above average, or below average rainfall. Usually that means average. So if that average thing does come to fruition in September, we would pick up 1 32/100ths of an inch in Tucson, Sierra Vista, 1 31/100ths for you. Here's a look at your monsoon meter tomorrow. Isolated storms, mainly the flood risk to the east of Tucson, Greenlee, Graham, and Cochise counties. You would be the focus. There's a look at the 7-day forecast. 40% chance for rain tomorrow, and look at that, our high at just 92.
Wow.
It was one of the biggest debates during the COVID-19 pandemic, to mask or not to mask. The message tonight from doctors as cases surge once again.
Oh, jeez.
Mom, weeknights at 11:30 on Fox 11. The one's for you.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Fry's, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
This summer, savings is the ultimate drive.
The road has been long, and now you're here. One incredible family.
You've saved so many families so much. I want that opportunity.
Don't miss what critics are calling the most fun you'll have at a car dealership all year. Starring Vin Number.
I'll always be there, no matter what you drive.
Savings and Selection 100. Now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. One bite of Arby's Hush Puppy breaded fish strips, then you're transported to a classic southern fish fry. One bite of those fries and, oh, you're back at Arby's. Arby's, we have the meat.
What in the world?
Andrew! Andrew! Kids, it's about to get warm. Didn't you say that once we got solar powered AC and solar electric that we could keep the house comfortable without an electric bill?
Yes.
There it is. $47.
Amy, that's a credit. The electric company owes us money. We're saving a ton of cash with our new solar-powered AC, enough to buy you a sweater.
When am I gonna need a sweater?
Well, in about 20 minutes.
I love working and being a part of TMC because we're the heart of the community. People come here because they know they're going to receive the best care, and I want to be part of that.
The leaders are employee-focused and patient-centered.
I like being a community hospital. All of us are aligned for what the patient needs.
We at TMC are a family. I think that the family unit, number one, starts with love.
So it's a real alignment with my values. It's a real alignment with what I want to be as a nurse.
I'm currently out of the office, focusing on a little blue sky thinking. I'll be taking meetings with family and friends, and checking voicemail as my activities permit. I'll connect with you after reconnecting with me. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months on most 2023 Cadillac models. Visit Royal Cadillac at the Tucson Auto Mall.
At Fry's, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
This Fox 11 program sponsored by Arby's. Now for a limited time, get Hush Puppy fish strips and fries at your local Tucson Arby's.
A surge in COVID-19 cases has led to pandemic-era mandates returning in some places.
Yes.
Rebecca Castor has more on how this includes masking up.
Mask mandates making a comeback in some parts of the nation as COVID-19 cases continue to rise. A new subvariant, dubbed Eris, may be to blame. According to the CDC, Eris made up more than 20% of coronavirus cases in America last week.
Majority of my friends and putting our masks on and stuff.
In Georgia, the rise of infections prompted Morris Brown College to bring its mask mandate back for 2 weeks. It's also bringing back several pandemic-era rules, like physical distancing and a limit on large gatherings.
I have a problem. It's just to keep people safe.
In Hollywood, Lionsgate Studios has reportedly asked nearly half its employees to mask up. Deadline.com reporting the company will also be conducting contact tracing and providing at-home COVID test kits upon request.
Know your risk and take the steps to protect yourself.
While infection rates are nowhere near pandemic levels, the spike in cases has doctors on alert and warning against panic. Many reminding the public to practice good hygiene by washing their hands frequently and using the right type of mask.
These type of masks, Steve, these little surgical masks will not protect you. If you're going to wear a mask and you choose to wear a mask, then these are the better quality masks to make sure that you are protected.
The COVID surge comes as the Biden administration gets ready to push new COVID boosters this fall. Earlier this week, it also awarded more than $1 billion in funding for the long-term development of new COVID antibody therapies and vaccines. Moderna and Pfizer expect the FDA to authorize their updated boosters by the end of the month. Then it's up to the CDC to approve the formula. In Atlanta, Rebecca Kester, Fox News.
A possible government shutdown and border issues were among the topics discussed amongst two Arizona congressmen today. We hear from Juan Ciscomani and Raul Grijalva coming up. Plus, javelinas are damaging property and threatening people's safety in a local neighborhood. How families are trying to deal with the problem. Right after this.
The folks in Washington want to play farmer. They've hatched a radical scheme to let the federal government tell us how to farm. It can destroy states' rights and eliminate over 1,000 laws that preserve our farms, safeguard our food, and protect our animals. Conglomerates owned by China who keep buying the farms around me. Call your member of Congress and tell them not to poison the farm bill with the EATS Act.
What are you doing out there?
Taking a seat of breath. I know this looks like a summer blockbuster, but this is a Nissan sales event tag. 5 drop loans, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a lifetime. Now comes the real star of the show.
Now get a low 418 promo lease or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims.
Better hurry, these offers won't get a sequel.
Hi, this is Joe Window from Tucson Window and Door. Our customers love us. Here's what they're saying.
The new windows are fabulous. There's no glare. We were looking for prices, we were looking for companies, and we wanted to look local.
So go to our website, see our great customer reviews and monthly specials, or call 298-DOOR for a free estimate. Jingle time! So much more than just windows and doors. Tucson Window and Door. Hey, Ricky.
Yo, Brooke.
This mic working? My bad. I've been a rookie a few times in my life.
Rack 'em up, Ricky.
But this time, it's with Medicare. So I'm going to call Cigna Healthcare. Get some wisdom from them.
Nice move, Irvin.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Cigna Healthcare has tools and resources to make Medicare simple and easy for rookies and pros. Visit CignaWiseCall.com to learn more.
This is a story of first downs and second chances.
I wanted to keep playing, but my feet hurt.
You'd think all those big league experts could have helped.
You have access to anything, but none of it worked.
His football career ended, but his plantar fasciitis pain didn't. Till he found the Good Feet store.
I got fitted for my arch supports. Let me tell you something. They work.
Now, he recommends Good Feet to
anybody. If you move, go to the Good Feet store. See for yourself with a free arch support.